This first case Articles on the Go feature is titled 5 Common Errors in Surgery Block Schedule Management, written by Paul Wafer, BS, MBA, RN. Block scheduling in the operating room has become a common practice at many hospitals across the country. By providing surgeons with a regular block of time for performing elective surgery, it allows for better planning of time and utilization of resources for both the hospital and the surgeons utilizing this privilege. When managed appropriately, block scheduling can maximize the utilization of time and personnel within a department. If not managed properly, block scheduling can create inefficiencies and potentially lose business for a hospital. In our perioperative consulting practice, we frequently identify areas of concern in how block scheduling is managed. Here are a few of the most common issues we see across the country. 1. Inconsistent tracking of block utilization rates. Block utilization rates are an objective measure of how effective your block scheduling program is performing. While variances will exist between months, there should be at least a quarterly review of utilization rates for each block assigned. Most OR information systems can provide a block utilization report for this purpose. What is key to remember is to ensure that the computer system is routinely updated with any changes in the block schedule. Failure to do so leads to inaccurate reports and no confidence in the accuracy of the data. 2. No delineated authority for block management. Frequently, we will see a policy that delineates the required rate of utilization to maintain a block, but it is not delineated how frequently it is measured, what actions will be taken if the block utilization does not meet standard, and who has the authority to modify the block schedule. Like any good business, it is always important to get feedback from your customers, but ultimately the hospital should have final say in who is allocated block time. Generally, we recommend that a special committee be formed to monitor block utilization that can also be used for feedback on other operational issues that may arise. It can be called a surgery operations committee or a surgery management committee, but ultimately it is charged with continually improving the efficiency and quality of the department. This committee should be made up of representatives from administration, surgery department management, nursing administration, anesthesia, surgery, and in some cases, the business development or marketing department. It is important to recognize that the surgery schedule can impact the bed capacity of the hospital and may also have impact on new business development that may be underway within the organization. This committee should meet quarterly to review utilization and make recommendations to administration on any blocks to be modified or eliminated and decide on any new blocks that should be established, in addition to setting goals for the next quarter. 3. Overly restrictive access to the surgery schedule. Most new surgery scheduling systems have the ability to allow cases to be scheduled from remote locations. While we recognize that there is potential for misuse, I believe that surgeons who have allocated block time should be allowed to schedule themselves within their block with a few caveats. I prefer systems that have the ability to accept a reservation which the scheduler can review prior to confirming the case on the schedule. This allows the hospital to check for equipment conflicts for limited resources like fluoroscopy equipment or special frames or tables. If your system does not have this capability, there should be rules established so that there still needs to be a formal documented confirmation from the hospital, for example, an email confirmation. By establishing this type of system, the number of phone calls required by the office and hospital are reduced dramatically and efficiency is improved for the office and the hospital. 4. Same block release time for all specialties. Typically, we will see a standard release time at most hospitals. It may be 72 hours or it may be a week, but it is the same time for all specialties. We recommend that the release time for blocks should vary based on the specialty and type of practice that a surgeon may have. For example, an orthopedic surgeon may have a practice that is dependent on cases being referred from your emergency department and has a short lead time on some cases, while another orthopedic surgeon may strictly perform elective total joint procedures that require a longer lead time. We suggest that this be critically analyzed within your organization and vary the release times from as little as 24 hours to as much as 3 to 4 weeks. This ensures that you are maximizing the opportunity to fill all of your operating rooms routinely. 5. No room on the schedule for new surgeon or business development. While many of our clients would love to have this problem, for those that do, it can cause tremendous stress and strain relationships with physicians within the community. Ideally, you should have about 80% of your rooms blocked and 20% available for first-come, first-served scheduling. If you find yourself in a situation where schedule availability is at a premium, there are a few things that need to be reviewed. For example, what have you established as your minimum utilization rate to keep a block? We recommend that you set your target at a minimum of 75% and a maximum of 90%. Bump the target rate up if you have limited schedule availability. Look at the amount of time that is being released by your surgeons. If they are consistently releasing time to keep their utilization rates acceptable, you may need to revise their allotted time to provide a block for someone else. Finally, look at the other opportunities for efficiency like room turnover time, on-time starts, expanding the available time for elective surgery, etc. If all of these measures have been addressed, you may be in a position where building additional capacity is the answer. In conclusion, block utilization rates are an objective measure of how efficient a surgery department is performing and should be closely monitored to ensure the maximum benefit to the organization and to the medical staff. I hope this helps spark a few ideas for how to build a better future with your blocks. As always, thanks for listening to this episode of First Case Articles on the Go.